Hi 56, Mr. K, and today I'm going to take you through how to complete your first argument for city life versus country life. So remember this week that my writing piece may not flow that well. That's because, as I said yesterday, that for my first argument, my contention is going to be that the country is better than the city. And for my second argument, I'm going to switch that contention and I'm going to say that living in the city is much better for you than living in the country. The reason why I'm doing that is because this week we've got lots of people that are saying that the city's better and lots of people that are saying that the country's better. So I would like to give at least one example for everyone so that everyone's got a little bit of a hand with some of their ideas. So if you were to read my writing piece all the way from the intro, argument 1, argument 2, and then the conclusion, it would not flow. So keep that in mind because I am changing up my contention, which you would never do in a persuasive writing piece yourself. Remember, I'm just doing it because it is an example today. So the first thing we need to do before we even start to write is obviously, I'm hoping that you said it, go back to your planner. Really, really important. So this is a plan that you've all received, city life versus country life. You can see here, argument 1, I've filled in a couple of things here. My sequencing vocab, first and foremost, big idea is happiness and well-being. What are the arguments that relate to that? Well, it's more relaxing in the country, you're surrounded by a beautiful environment, and there's lots of wide and open spaces to play. And the stats I'm going to employ are that 74% of people in this city are depressed, and I'm obviously going to back that up with an expert. So now that we've looked at our planner, our ideas are organised, time to start writing. So as usual, I've highlighted all the important elements there. My sequencing vocab, which is first and foremost. My big idea, which is happiness and well-being. Again, I haven't mentioned happiness and well-being, but I've said that people who live in the country are much happier, which obviously infers the same thing. There are my stats, highlighted in red. And as always, with each paragraph, we need to end with a strong statement. So I'll read it out and then we'll dissect it together. First and foremost, it's a well-known fact that people who live in the country are much happier than the poor souls that live in the scummy city. The tranquil, relaxing and serene countryside will leave you feeling on top of the world, admiring acres of lush green foliage while the leaves are gently gliding down from the ancient trees that have been standing there for centuries. What could make you happier? While lucky country kids enjoy the lovely open spaces in their huge backyards, deprived city children are as cramped as an elephant in the fridge in their minuscule cells. Meg Wen from Health and Lifestyle magazine has recently stated that 74% of people living in the city suffer from depression and anxiety. That is not a nice way to live. So put a smile back on your dial, pack up your bags, and come to the calm country. So again, I've already mentioned what I've highlighted there. Sequencing vocab, big idea. My stats, obviously, that 74% of people living in the city suffer from depression and anxiety. For my strong statement, a bit of rhyme, smile on your dial, and it's actually, come to think of it, a power of 3. I've also used a power of 3 when I'm describing the countryside here. I'm focusing on a positive countryside because I'm saying that the city is no good for you. That's why I'm using green words when describing the countryside. When I'm talking about the city or people that live in the city, we're talking about poor souls, deprived children. It's cramped, it's scummy. That's where I've inserted some of those red words. Feeling on top of the world, what could make you happier? Obviously a rhetorical question, and I've also got a simile there as well. So that's how I've tried to ensure that my paragraph remains powerful. So good luck with your writing today. Tomorrow, remember, I will be switching things around and I'll actually be saying that living in the city is better for your happiness and well-being. So it'll actually be the opposite of this, and I'll also include a rebuttal tomorrow for you as well. So good luck, have fun, and I'll see you again for the next video tomorrow. Bye.